most of the time, those small little accumulation they doing, you know, just late London session ish, they usually love to wake this up and then go down. If they don't do this, most certainly it's not a trend coming up, okay? Especially on the current market condition that we are. Look at here right now. So we're talking about the 10th of June. Around 6 a.m., you could see that they went lower and then they did their small little high, pretty similar to what we have today. And then, you know, always later, like 9:50-ish, they do a nice little wick, remove all the players, and then go stumbling down, just deflating the price to go back lower. And we're talking about quite some pips here. Yeah, around 1,500 pips ish, $150. Same thing happened around here as well. So we're doing those small little accumulation, right? You know, late London ish, beginning New York. And then suddenly, around what time? 9:45, 9:50 ish, a burst happens and remove all the players to once again go very much lower. And this one was around, once again, 1,500. But if you calculate the whole move, I do remember it's around 3,000 pips. There we go. And what's unfortunate for this time, it was not the case. So my thesis for the whole group, I sent this analysis. I said the best possible prices here. So it's basically, we can have the 78.6. It was right here. So 102, around here, right? So this price and this zone was the important zone. Unfortunately, they never did that. This time around 9:55, I called to the group. I said, cancel the orders. Forget it. Timing is not right. Why? Well, they should have done the same thing they've done 2 previous time. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to do the same thing over and over again. Usually they left the tweaking and changing certain aspect of timing, and for everyone to be confused to eventually go to their target happens. But it's not the current moment. We're Thursday. We have tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, usually, if they want to change anything, it's around Fridays. They love to do certain things differently. So the probability for this trade was pretty high. I would say 7.5 to 10 that they would have reached this, and the target was, after that, the target would have been good. But we needed that imminent volume as well, okay? Didn't happen. I call it off for the group. So where we fucked up basically is that I took a long, okay, a small little sneaky long for them to go all the way back up. If I do remember, it was around here, 76. Okay, 76, really bad price. I even said to my partner, I said I should have had 72, so that way I could have had at least like 50 to 60 pips of stop loss. So we would have been saved. But it is what it is. Shit happens. You cannot go to the past and forget the hindsight bias. It is what it is. So what they've done is that they've done this beautiful duck pattern formation. Okay. I'm a bit slower with the Mac mouse. Usually on my PC it's much faster, but I'll get used to it. To do those videos and all of those, you know, insight for you guys, eventually I'll get used to it and I'll be faster just as much as the PC. So anyway, so this was a nice duck pattern. They've went to the maximum threshold pain, remove all those player, okay, stop losses, remove, to finally go back to the beautiful 68.80%, okay? And then they went lower to go back higher. Why? Well, this is the most important lesson here, is that they've already done whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Meaning, they've already went to the target. Okay, so 4,025, 24-ish was the target. So now we're in a waiting mode C. What does that give me as insight is that most likely we're in an accumulation distribution period. So they want to take their profit back and distribute some position. And this is usually your stop losses. Okay? Hear me out again. They're in an accumulation distribution period, meaning they want to get back your stop losses. So there's no basically direction. That's the thesis of this trade. Or else they would have at least wake down everyone and then deflate the price all the way to the take profit. Didn't do it. They stayed pretty clean, but at the same time, who would have entered here, right? At 10 p.m.-ish, really bad timing. They went there. I mean, this could have been the only possible trade that I could have took if I wasn't biased with this, but the bias was pretty eminently solid based on the past data that this was technically the best price. So it didn't happen. And we burned ourselves on this specific trade because they did their duck pattern, took their time, and then eventually went all the way back up here. Could have given us at least like 150 pips regardless, because I would have get out here, I would have seen something that is sketchy. But anyway, that being said, is that they went all the way back down, leaked lower, never broke the low here, and then to finally go back up. What's most likely going to happen? They're gonna go for sure, almost for sure. They're gonna reach this. Am I going to take that trade? No, because today my forecasting was not on point. Okay, I didn't saw the tone nor the direction of the storyline in the correct way. So I don't want to give myself back the luxury to get back some pips. It is what it is. We're gonna close this date and we're gonna earn the lessons. So this was a free lesson for you, but small at a cost for us. Don't forget, all of my calls are for free. So this one was 0 pips, no risk, and I even called it, let's get the fuck out of here. You had my charts, you had pretty much everything, and this is cost free. So on the Discord link on the bio, and I will see you guys on the next one. God bless you all. Cheers.